I saw a video on YouTube that does Fortnite events. You guys maybe think I'm watching the Pokespus, but I'm watching Pokespus memes. So when they're going down that hill, it shows a train that's just going off train tracks into like, from a mountain. It crashes and goes up. What a It's 13, but it's kind of funny. And this is game over. Oh my god. And the big bear guy hits the big chubby driver in the head. Wait, it's not gonna be called, it's not gonna be called Season 10. It's gonna be called Season X. Why? What do you think Season X is gonna be about, guys? I think it's gonna be more of the future. When the kid goes on the train, the conductor just moves his arm, like telling him where to go. And then the bomb throws and blows up. He throws a bomb. He throws bomb. But I saw that this event, I think it's fake. I think the map is back to normal. The map is still just like, it says do it like. I saw this meme and he was like, I want some hookers and cocaine. I saw a meme, I don't think that video's on the internet no more. We're gonna see if this bitch was lying about the event. We're gonna see. Well, nowhere is with this. But he said that there's a whole different type of dimension. So that's where I come in to go and see this dimension. Is this person lying?
Christmas comes to town.
I just looked at it and now I'm gonna watch Boss Baby. Boss Baby is one of my favorite shows. Yeah, that stuff is kinda dead. Like the tank stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the jungle of the law. There's always someone trying to take what's yours. It's yours.
It's mine.
How do I know? happened to me.
It should have been Jeffy being like, ooh. Then that then should be, ooh. Or something, that Jeffy thing. That
Really,
Jeffy
At least this is how I remember. And 3 is the perfect number. Interesting fact.
Oh my god. He just figured it out.
Even at cool
Triangles Illuminati.
Yes, Mr. Osama bin Laden. Even though my parents worked really hard, they still made just enough time for me.
Me.
You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. I have osteoporosis.
With the crippling compression. Seriously, did another one.
Even 5.
I have crippling depression.
There it is. Season ends. Season 9 ends at 3 in the morning. That boss baby. Okay. I just came to watch them go express memes.
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing live!
Oh, buddy, Minecraft can wait. The conductor dabbed so many times in this movie. Like, there's so many actual sightings of him dabbing, like real footage of him dabbing. Oh my god. Wait, I'm gonna put Power Express. Oopsies. Oopsies. I don't know how to spell oopsies, but I think I spelled it.
I'm gonna say the N-word. That's racist. You can't say the N-word, nigga.
I have crippling depression. I I don't know who's in this server. I just felt like playing a game of Fortnite. Oh, he's like, hi guys! Well, this is more. Hi guys! Welcome to Fortnite! Well, if he had a Fortnite channel, that'd be way better if he did gaming. Because then he couldn't really click me nothing because like I used to go for him more because I watch him, he's entertaining because it's just weird and like and stuff. It's funny for a reason, guys, okay? It's funny for a reason. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm trash. I'm the world's best Fortnite player. Defaults. I got double tamed. The default skin, the default, the doo-doo default, as the old folks used to say. I just can't look at Polar Express memes. Oh, the real Polar Express. It shows this girl looking like she just found out that she was adopted. And Alan Walker's just flexing, voting for my favorite DJs on DJ. Yeah, the only DJ he likes is himself. Ha! Wait, what? The RMS Queen Mary. More shit on the Queen Mary. Yeah, that plane can't fly. What is that? Oh yeah, just to flex, they have a yellow life jacket. Yeah, of the dark web. Yeah, I made a video on going on that. And it, well, I don't know if I actually went on dark web, I just Googled it. Because I'm lazy. Zappertron. I am so tired. Celebrity. Yeah, I love Shane Dawson. He's awesome.
He's a medium to stars. He read Us. He talked about dead people in our lives and talked about how I'm going to die. It's going to be violent. Check it out. Cosplay Shady Friends. Bye. Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing another conspiracy. And the one we're starting with is probably the craziest one I have ever heard, but for some reason it just really freaks me out. And that is the newest theory that Justin Bieber is a reptile. So this isn't the first time that people have accused Justin Bieber of being a reptile. Back in 2014, Justin was included, and people noticed that his eyes did something weird. A lot of theorists said that Justin's eyes were turning from to a reptile after human. So we've talked about this theory before. Justin Bieber is not the only person that people think is a reptile. There is a whole theory that all of the most important people in the world and the people that are controlling everything are also secretly reptiles. People think the Queen is a reptile. They think Trump is a reptile. People think Obama was a reptile. But this past week, something happened with Bieber that made a lot of people question. So a website called Perth Now put out a story turning into now the story.
I knew that I was gonna get eliminated.
There were girls hiding in toilets, crying. Guys were running for the exits, jumping in taxis to get out of there.
And supposedly one of the witnesses said that this is how Justin Bieber looked. He has a black stripe down the middle and big scaly claws that lash out angrily. Now you're probably wondering, why is there no footage of this? If there were kids everywhere with him and Snapchatting. Supposedly Justin had his bodyguard with him who was screaming at everybody that if they videotaped anything, he would kick their teeth in. Now you probably saw this story below I opened last week. It was everywhere. Every website, every magazine, every Twitter account. Everybody was wondering what the fuck is going on. Well, then the article that was supposedly put out.
Yeah, I hate Justin Bieber's trash.
People went to Print Now and said, what happened to that article? And he said this. I'm sad to say that popular show The X-Files, and its pilot episode involved something very weird. So the show was all about conspiracy theories, and in the first episode, one of the characters...
Shane Dawson's conspiracy theories are the best. They're better than that one.
Literally what? And this was 6 months. Just check this out.
You're saying our government plans to commit a terrorist act against a domestic airline? There you go. Why didn't you tell the world this? Go to the press. You think I'm still be drawing a breath for 30 minutes after I made that call?
Yeah. In that talking about what's up to the
Corner of Liberty.
Whoa!
That happened.
Nope. Nope.
We crashed the plane into a World Trade Center.
Then after that, you can see planes going into towers. I know, fucking crazy. But here's the crazy thing. After the real 9/11, George Bush said
Nobody in our government, at least. And I don't think the priority could envision flying airplanes over buildings on such a massive scale.
he literally just said that nobody could have predicted somebody flying a plane into a Yet 6 months before that, the television show, millions saw it. Which makes you wonder, was that show based on something? The creators of that show and did George Bush know a lot more than he predicted to? I don't know. All of it is fucking crazy. And when I saw that clip of that show, it just freaked me out. Okay, so next we're going to be doing an update on the Little Michaela story. Now, we have talked about this once. If you need a refresher, break it down. Little Michaela is an Instagram star. She has a shit ton of followers, but all of her pictures seem to be a fake person or a real girl that has been digitally enhanced. But we still do not know who this girl is, if she's real, who's controlling her account. I've direct messaged with her, hoping to get an interview. Who the girl is, that is something interesting. I got an email from a girl named Abby that was sent to my business account, and she told me that she thinks she found out who the real Michaela is. So there's an account called Michaela Cruz. Now, if you look at Michaela Cruz's pictures, she has the same body type and same facial structure as Little Michaela. Just look at these photos next to pictures of Little Michaela and how similar they are. I mean, all of these pictures literally look like what Little Michaela would look like if she was real. There's also a video on this Instagram account, and just seeing her move and talk seems very similar to what Little Michaela
No matter what anyone says or does to me, I continue to be myself.
Okay, so here's another piece of evidence. Little Michaela, who is not following that group on Instagram, is following her.
Yes, the default
Posted
one.
very similar pictures on the same day at the same time. Just look at this picture that Little Michaela posted saying protect trans kids. And then at the same exact time, Michaela Cruz posted a picture saying protect trans kids. And it looked very similar. Everybody else is posting like the blue and pink flag ones. These ones were like personal. Also, if you look at Michaela Cruz's Instagram bio, it says this: I want to be a real girl. I mean, come on. So it got me thinking, is Michaela Cruz Little Michaela? Or is Michaela Cruz somebody that Little Michaela wants to be? Like, did Little Michaela find Michaela Cruz and just say, oh, I wish that was me? And then created like a computer version of her? I mean, it's not that crazy. So just when I thought we had figured out the mystery, 2, did you make your clothes look fucking amazing because it's a computer girl? And number 3, that model, at her age, should be just as beautiful as she always is. So this fashion designer used this money. And little Michaela can go viral, which means that this girl's clothes as such as pictures. And I noticed that she kind of looks like Moma. Like she does kind of look like a real version of Lil Michaela. Look at the pictures. So did this fashion designer I'm still waiting to interview Lil Michaela. Oh, I want it so bad. I just want to know the truth. I want to know who she is. I am so fucking intrigued by this. But I also kind of hope I never find out because it's a mystery. Okay, so this next theory we're going to talk about, I'm really excited because I am fascinated. Now, I'm sure you guys have all heard of drama channels. Just in the last year alone, drama channels have been blowing up on YouTube. You have Drama, Rich Lux, John Cookian, Karina Kaboom, Peter Mott, Here for the Tea, Basic, and hundreds of others. Now, these channels are kind of like tabloids. They talk about YouTubers, they talk about their scandals, the drama they're involved in. But really quick before I get to the actual conspiracy, I'm going to give my opinion on this because a lot of people have asked me what I think. Here's what I think. I believe in freedom of speech no matter what. I mean, as long as you're not like releasing people's phone numbers and shit. And as long as you're not actually so first let's break it down. The more drama channels talk about YouTube, the more famous and James Charles and all these YouTubers, the more people knew who they
James
were.
Charles.
I mean, the other channels were like talking shit and talking about the drama, but in reality, it's making these YouTubers more relevant. Drama channel Rich Lux said it best in this video.
Drama channels are much needed if you're trying to build a career. Keep you relevant, girl. God forbid you think you did it all on your own, girl.
And he's right, whether you agree or don't agree with drama channels, they are making YouTubers more relevant. And this has been going on for a long time, way before YouTube. Celebrities where they were, the paparazzi would come and take pictures of them. Just look at this one. During the Great Britney Spears, she would
Hi guys. Hi. Hey guys.
Like they went there to probably tell the paparazzi to come, and then they did. Like, what the fuck? So if this happened in Hollywood and it worked, and Kim Kardashian really fucking famous, then why wouldn't YouTubers do the same thing? I mean, why wouldn't these YouTubers come to the be like, hey girl, you want to make a video about me? Or hey girl, I got
The
some
paparazzi is so annoying.
exposure, because it's only going to make them more famous. As I was looking into this, I fell into a whole new version of drama channel that really got my
I hate the paparazzi.
where the people in the videos never show their face. Like, literally, it's just their voice. Sometimes why are they being so stupid? Why aren't they showing their face? They're friends with these YouTubers. If they show their face, we'll do a Google search and see pictures of them standing next to these YouTubers' bodies. Or maybe they should go on Google. So I wanted to figure this out. So I choose the most popular drama channel for everyone to show their face. So here's my
my god, bot, I'm not playing that. That sucks. I'm mad.
Here's part of the conspiracy. Conspiracy is that YouTubers, you know, all the beauty gurus and all the YouTubers that you guys talk about, are actually in on it, and they possibly give you guys information and leak their own stories, and maybe they're talking to drama channels because they want to get more famous. Because the more drama channels that talk about them, the more famous they're going to get. Have you ever had a YouTuber give you information?
Personally, I've never done that. I guess I see the motive behind it. I know other YouTubers might do that because it promotes their own channel, and well, it's like a win-win situation. Kind of like, I think, for example, the beef like Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma, a lot of that might have been a publicity stunt to promote both of their songs because they both came out with songs at the same time.
Right. Do you think there's any gossip channels out there that do have deals with YouTubers? Do you think a YouTuber talked to them as a YouTuber?
No, I have got statements from YouTubers. I don't feel like that conspiracy is accurate. I feel like what it really is the fact that some of them are scared. And I feel like they are scared for information getting leaked. They are scared about, obviously some of the non-channels get 3, 4, 500,000 views a video. With that, I feel like some of them are scared to the point where they will cooperate with some channels.
So they want to be able to become friends with the drama channels because they're afraid that if they don't, the drama channel will turn on them.
I mean, it's definitely possible, I guess.
What do you think the line is? Do you think there's a line, and then do you think that some drama channels might be crossing it?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if you're making fun of someone's situation, if you're making fun of their disorder, like for example, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do videos on people with anorexia, people with depression and anxiety. And I feel like that's when you're making fun of someone's condition, that's when it becomes too far.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this all goes. So there you go. According to them, the conspiracy that YouTubers working with drama channels is not real. But I did learn something that really scared me, and that's how dangerous this whole drama thing is. These women, how far is this going to go? What if these drama channels may have gone wrong and what that YouTuber says? Okay, so this last conspiracy really disturbed me. I could not believe it was real. So it's technically not even a theory. This is something that actually happened. Remember that cartoon Tom and Jerry? It was a cartoon about Tom and Cat and Jerry was a mouse. They would constantly fight back and forth. It was playful and funny, and one of my favorite cartoons is I think it was pretty sweet and innocent. In the 1956 episode of Cat was Tom and Jerry commit suicide. I am not kidding. This actually happens. So the episode starts with Tom sitting on the train tracks, looking depressed. Jerry says this.
Poor Tom. In a few minutes, it'll all be over. And for the first time since he met her, he'll be happy. Poor, miserable, lovesick creature.
After that happens, Tom has like a flashback of his entire life, all the good times, all the bad times, and the bad times keep getting worse. And then the show ends with Jerry getting sad too, and then joining him on the tracks. What? Literally, they die. Like, you don't see the train hit, but it is heavily in blood. Tom and Jerry, depressed, sitting on a train track. Now, the theory is that this was the final episode of Tom and Jerry. Now, I researched a bit, and some sites say this was the final episode, some sites say it wasn't. But either way, what the fuck? How did I miss that? How, as a kid, did I not say, like, whoa, wait, Mom, get in here. What is Tom and Jerry doing? But also, how just imagine people that are creating that cartoon, like, were they feeling that way? They're being out on Tom and Jerry's act. It really makes me think I should go back and watch those cartoons that I was watching as a kid because those are kind of inner shit. There you guys go. This conspiracy theories today. Now, I know today is a little bit different. Investigation, video, Kayla thing, Tom and Jerry thing. description below.
The Shawn Mendes Verizon concert was surreal.
Why the use of Say Sisters chose Verizon.
We were right in front row. I'll never forget that day.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like a free Galaxy S10e when you buy one. That's Verizon.
I think that everyone at some point in their life should work in a fast food or retail job. Not to improve their work ethic or anything, but so that everyone knows what it's like to have that kind of job. They wouldn't work in fast food their whole lives, maybe just like for 6 months, just so they get a feel for it. So with that, let's talk about the time when I worked in fast food. I used to work at a very small local sandwich shop. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It's called Subway. Our spokesperson was in the news recently. I don't know if you guys look up the news. Did you hear he got beat up in jail? I kind of want to meet the person who beat up Jared more than Jared. Not in person. We wouldn't meet in person, obviously. But like, he would be behind bars, and I would look at the guy who beat up my spokesperson. How many people get to say that they beat up a fast food icon who is also a pedophile? Only one, and it's that guy. Okay, but seriously, guys, working at Subway was probably one of the most easiest jobs out there. I don't know why I'm about to complain about it to you guys. We got free cookies. And you know the comic with the Subways in Hell? I was actually working at Subway when I made that comic. I just think it adds sort of a little bit of value to it. You see, the owners were husband and wife, can you believe it, of the Subway that owned 2 stores. One of the Subway stores was in a Walmart eating reservation, because we have those in Arizona. And the other Subway was the Subway I worked at. And since the Walmart store was always busy, the owners would spend 99% of their time at that store. So I didn't really have a boss most of the time. On the off chance the owners did show up, they would just pick up some food and then they would make sure I was making sandwiches the right way. And every time I made a sandwich in front of them, they would always find something wrong with it, without fail. You put on too many olives. Do you know, according to the Subway formula, you're only supposed to put on 8 olives on a foot long? 8! One for every other bite. That's just ridiculous. Can you imagine someone just counting out 8 olives? Nobody does that. I usually worked the closing shift, and at the end of the night, we would turn the alarm, and we have 60 seconds to get out of the store. But one time I had the opening shift, so I unlocked the door to get in with my key, and the alarm went beep, beep, meaning I had 60 seconds to turn it off. No big deal, right? I've turned the alarm on all the time when I was closing. So I go to the little control panel, and I type in the code, and nothing happens. The beeping is still there, and the clock is still ticking down. So I go, okay, I'm going to press each button very carefully. I'm going to make sure each button makes a beep when I press it. Beep, beep, beep. Nothing still happens. So I go, okay, I'm going to make sure to press each button very carefully. And I start thinking, can you change the passcode without telling me? Well, this is the only passcode I know, so we're just going to try it again. And I press each button very carefully.
Yeah, go and kill. Already.
It goes quiet. And then the alarm goes off. I still had like 20 seconds left. But I guess when you get it wrong 3 times, it automatically assumes that you're a burglar. So while the alarm is going off, I look on the contact sheet for the owner's cell phone number. I step outside, I call him, and he doesn't pick up. So I go back inside, find the number for the other Subway store. They open an hour before we do. Someone picks up with their stupid voice. Oh, thank you for calling Subway. I'm blah, 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 blah. How may I help you? And I go, hey, is Mike there? That's not his real name, guys, don't worry. And they go, just a minute. Yeah, sure, I have all the time in the world. The cops might be on their way, but take your time. So, Mike picks up. Yellow. Hey, Mike, this is James. What's the passcode for the alarm? Who is this? It's James. What's the passcode? What are you doing there, James? Why aren't you answering the question? I have the opening shift. Is the alarm going off? Yeah, no one told me the new code. Yeah, we changed it. It's the last 4 digits of your social security number. Oh, okay, thanks, Mike. I don't know my social security number. So I finally get the alarm off. No one showed up, thankfully. Which I actually don't know if that's a good thing or not, now that I say it out loud. We did have a store manager who would like make the schedule and sometimes tell us, hey, can you guys do a better job at your job? But other than that, she was cool. She watches my videos and so do her little brothers. They're big fans. Shout out to Ivan and Andy. Those are the brothers. So get this, at Subway, you only work with one other person. Just you and them in an empty Subway for 5 hours. I mean, we weren't like empty all the time. Okay. And when you're not making sandwiches, you have other stuff to do, like stocking the chips, or we had stuff to do. But okay, we did watch a lot of Netflix and do homework, so I mean, it was that other person you worked with would make or break your entire shift. It wasn't the annoying customers. I kind of got used to annoying customers. So I worked with a lot of crappy people. And I also worked with a lot of people who I would probably never become friends with, except in a work setting. You see, you gotta understand the type of people who got jobs at Subway. potheads. Most of them are potheads. And some of them are really cool. I'm just going to go over a couple of the characters that I worked with. There was Tyler. I freaking love this guy. He smoked a lot of weed. He actually taught me what vaping was, and he got me into Clash of Clans. I actually mentioned him and his girlfriend in my riddles video. I don't know if I ever told him that. And of course, I have to mention Corey. He was cool. We watched How to Get Away with Murder on Netflix, and I've also hung out with him outside of work. What him and Tyler had in common is that they would actually do their job, which you got to appreciate. Then there was this guy. Get this, who was also named Jared, and he was fat. I know, right? He's like Jared before. He loved Marvel, and that's like the only thing he would talk about. I can say these things. He doesn't watch my videos. There was Sarah. She was cool. She made me a bread bowl. And her boyfriend, Jay, talked about chakras and third eyes. He was interesting. And also, there's Anthony. He's cool. What's up, Anthony? For the 100,000 sprinkles video, I actually went back to Subway to use their scale because they knew they had one. And we counted 500 sprinkles again just to be more accurate for the 100,000. And Anthony helps me count instead of working. I mean, at least he got paid minimum wage for it. So 2 more stories before I go. One time, Jared asked me to take out this pile of trash. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put this pile of trash in the dumpster. And as I was taking it out, I saw there was a chip poster in the pile. And I thought, this is too cool to throw away. I just want to keep it. So I took it home with me. And then the next day when I went in, people were saying, oh, where's the chip poster? We can't find the chip poster. We haven't seen it anywhere. And I'm thinking, I have the poster. I decided not to tell anyone that I had the poster. And it's still hanging up in my room. Sorry, boss, if you're finding out about this now. Okay, and then the other story, I was working with the manager and we were just making sandwiches like usual. And I noticed that when we toasted a sandwich, it would burn the paper a little on the edges. That probably shouldn't be happening. So then a customer asks for just bacon toasted. And the boss lady puts some bacon on paper and then puts it in the toaster. And we don't have a setting for just bacon. So then when she opens the toaster, there was a fire on the bacon. So then she starts to whack it with the little metal tray thing, but all she ended up doing was fanning the flames, making the fire bigger. You got this, right? Then I went in the back and I got the fire extinguisher and I actually used it. I single-handedly saved that Subway. Wait, what have I done? Is it okay if the bacon's a little crispy and has nitrogen and carbon dioxide stuff on it? Wow, I didn't even mention a single bad customer experience. Well, I don't want the video to be too long. I should make a part 2. I'm going to make a part 2 and it's just going to be stories about annoying customers that I had to deal with. And if anyone I used to work with is watching and I didn't mention you, it's because I hate you.
So with the nationwide annuity, you can get
both an unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 a month.
Hey, this is kind of like a part 2 video. I mean, you don't have to have seen part 1 video to understand what I talk about in this video, but I mean, if you haven't watched part 1, you should. So I used to work at Subway, and to be honest, about 80% of the customers were fine. Sometimes they would do something that would just personally annoy me, like ask for a meatball on flatbread. So don't feel too bad for me. Like sometimes people would ask me, can I have a turkey with lettuce, tomatoes?
Put the storm scale sniper, let's go.
What kind of cheese is it toasted? Then we'll talk about vegetables. And every time someone brought in a list, there would always be something missing on it. Always. I never had someone come in with a complete list. I would ask someone, what kind of cheese? And they would say, they didn't specify. Well then, if they didn't care enough to remember cheese, I guess they'll get Swiss. If anyone watching is currently working at a Subway, then feel free to use these tricks. If someone asked me,
what kind of cheese do you recommend?
I would always say provolone, because it's the easiest cheese to pull apart with gloves on. Really, if anyone asked me what I recommended, I would just tell them the easiest thing for me to do. But even after I gave my insightful provolone cheese recommendation, sometimes people would still say,
I'll take American.
Why are you even asking what cheese I would recommend if you're not going to take it seriously? Another thing that would annoy me is when people would say the sandwich was all done, but they didn't put any sauce on it. So I would ask, any sauce? And then they would be like, oh yeah, mayonnaise. Oh, why did you tell me it was all done if it wasn't? Also, the receipt machine at the store took like 7 seconds to print out the receipt. So it would be very awkward every time I would ask people, do you want your receipt? And then they would say yes, and then we would just stare at each other until the receipt printed. So what I did every time someone swiped their credit card, I would just stare off into space, and in my head I would count to 5, and then I would ask, do you want your receipt? And by the time they said yes, it was like magic. As soon as they said yes, the receipt printed. At Subway, you only work with one other person. So if someone got annoyed and said, let me talk to your manager, I would just look at them and go, listen, I I've been here the longest. The only other person in this store is a 16-year-old girl, and she technically isn't old enough to use a toaster, so I'm probably your best bet, and I'm the manager. Like, do people think the manager will automatically take their side and give them free stuff? Yes, actually they do think that because it happens all the time. I would consider myself a pretty laid-back Subway employee. I didn't like to be stingy with people, even though I was disobeying the Subway formula on purpose. Oh, you want more than 6 olives on your footlong? Sure. Here, have a 5th slice of cheese. $1.50 for avocado. I'll charge you 75 cents, buddy. I probably shouldn't be saying these things, you know, in case this whole YouTube thing flops and I need a job. So I wasn't really strict on the rules. You know those fast food workers who are strict? No, we won't serve breakfast at 10:02. Get out. But being pretty laid back still didn't stop people from being annoying. So this one person comes in and asks for 2 footlong pastrami sandwiches. And pastrami is our most expensive sandwich. It's about $10 for a footlong. And guys, the pastrami is super good, but I wouldn't pay for it. I mean, it's good, yeah, but I'm not paying $10 for a footlong. It's not worth it. So this guy, I make his 2 sandwiches, I ring him up and I say, that'll be $20. And I guess he didn't look at the price of the sandwich on the menu, or he thought we still did the $5 footlongs, because he said to me, I ain't paying for that. And this is when I was just starting out. I only had like a week of experience. And after he said that, I responded, well, shoot, I guess you're not paying for it. I didn't know people could do that. Hey, I want this. All right, that's $20. Nah, you don't want it? No, I want it. I'm just not paying for it. Okay, no, but actually, we did come up with a compromise. He told me that he had $12, so he ended up paying for one of the sandwiches, and I got to eat the other one. So it all worked out. This one time I was making a sandwich for a guy with a very heavy accent, and he asks for onions on the side. No big deal. We at Subway put vegetables in little cups all the time. I actually got a soup cup because the on the side cups are teeny tiny, and I start doing my thing, but then he says, no, on the side. And I think, oh, he's getting a foot long. He probably wants onions on half of it, but not the other. So I start putting onions on half the sub. But then again, he says, no, on the side. At this point, I don't know what this guy wants. So I ask him, on the side of what? And then he screams, onions! And I never figured out what he was trying to say. This one old gentleman asks for sauce to be put on his vegetables, and normally we put it on top of the sandwich with the meat. And I didn't know if I heard him correctly because I put the sauce on and then I closed the sandwich. So your sauce would have been in the same place either way. One time, this woman tipped me and Corey $40. She wasn't annoying, I just want to sprinkle in some good customer stories. Okay, one time this Native American person came in, and I don't know if mentioning that was important to the story. He comes in and asks for 5 foot-long tunas. Okay, Tyler, just me and you, let's do this. And then when we're all finished, we ring him up and we say, anything else? And he says, 7 meatballs. What? He wanted 7 more sandwiches. But James, you're Subway. You're supposed to make people sandwiches regardless of how many they ask for. Yeah, I know, but the guy could have handled it differently. Normally for a platter, you have to call in at least an hour ahead, and that's only 5 footlongs. This guy could have called ahead and said, hey, I'm getting 12 sandwiches, so just prepare yourselves mentally. I mean, we had so many customers waiting in line. No, we didn't. That's a lie. It was only him. But still, this one woman, I was making her sandwich, and for vegetables, she asks for extra lettuce. So I put on a big handful, but then she asks for more. So I put more on. More! I sprinkle some on. More! I won't be able to close the sandwich with any more lettuce. And she says, that's fine. All right, extra lettuce it is. So I ended up giving her an open sandwich with a mountain of lettuce. You know we do salads, right? When I was little, I always thought if I was working at a store and someone tried to rob me, I wouldn't give them any money. But now it's like, I ain't risking my life for Subway. Here, take the cash register. So thankfully, I've never had anyone pull a gun on me, but I have caught people stealing from us. I was making someone's sandwich, and this one kid asks for just a water cup, so I gave it to him. So I go back to making a sandwich, and I just hear the fuzzy soda sounds being dispensed. And I look over, and the kid is putting soda in the cup. He didn't even try to hide it. When I put soda in a water cup, I at least wait for the employees to go in the back, but I didn't even say anything. I was just like, all right, man. This guy, I totally saw him take a bag of chips, and he hid it under the counter so I couldn't see. So when I rang up his sandwich, I asked, anything else? And he said, nope. All right, whatever. Okay, last story. I was in the back and I was playing some Clash of Clans, and we have a computer that shows what the cameras see, and I see this woman who was eating there. She reached over the counter and took 3 large cups, and I did nothing to stop it. You know, I'm the kind of person that's like, the fast food employee is always right. Say if I was eating somewhere and I asked for a chicken salad and they said, we only have tuna salad. I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, well, I guess I'm having the tuna salad then. I think people need to realize that these fast food workers are actually people, and not something for you to use to get a free sandwich. I did mean it when I said in the last video that never
get the phone.
4 hours into our road trip, our overpriced family plan ran out of data.
3.
You want to know something sad? I've earned more money from the 2 Suabwe videos I made about working at Suabwe than I did actually working at Suabwe for over a year. So here we go. Suabwe part 3, baby. I still got more to say. I used to work there, in case you didn't know that. When I moved out and was all on my own for college, I was feeling a little lonely and homesick. So one day I decided, hey, I'm going to get some Suabwe for lunch. Food that I used to almost eat every day and got for free for over a year, I was going to pay full price for. I just wanted a taste of home. I wasn't expecting to ever tell this story, but it turns out the employee making my sandwich was a huge idiot. As I was waiting in line, I noticed my favorite sandwich, the Turkey Italiano, wasn't on the menu. The Turkey Italiano, by the way, is the same as the Italian BMT, but instead of ham, you put on turkey. Very simple change. I asked the worker, do you guys have the Turkey Italiano? And he said, no. So then I asked, can I get a BMT, but instead of ham, I have turkey? And you know what he said to me? He said, no. I don't think I'm asking for too much. At my Suabwe, the BMT and the Turkey Italiano were the same price, okay? And what do you mean, no, you can't put on turkey? Who's stopping you? I know for a fact that you don't count the slices of turkey at the end of the night. Just hook me up, please. I'm feeling sad. So I just got the BMT with all the vegetables because it's more food for the same amount of money and I was a poor college student. And also because screw that guy. Have fun trying to close that sandwich. But then when he was all done, he put my sandwich by the cash register and then he just started helping the next customer. And they hadn't even started making their sandwich. Just ring me up so I can leave and then help the next person. But no, I had to wait for him to finish this person's sandwich. If I wasn't so nice, I would have just took the sandwich and walked off. But I didn't. Because I'm so nice. I've realized telling you that story, it sounds like I'm one of those customers who complain about everything and say, let me talk to your manager, but really the whole time I just stood there awkwardly. But I think I can complain a little bit. I used to work at a Suabwe. I know how things are supposed to work. Suabwe, if you're somehow watching this, you need to hire more people. Like me. Speaking of me, when I was working at Suabwe, I never liked wearing my name tag because when I was making people's sandwiches, I hated it when complete strangers would say, thanks, James. How did you know? Oh, right, the name tag. So I never wore my name tag. I just work at Suabwe, okay? We don't need to know each other on a first name basis. Just take your food. For some reason, I don't like it when strangers know my name. But now that's all thrown out the window. This one time a customer came in and for some reason I couldn't help but feel like I'd seen her somewhere before. Her face was so familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So I made her sandwich, I rang her up, she paid for it, and as she grabbed her stuff she said, yeah, I'm going up to my father's funeral this weekend. After my mother died, he couldn't last that long. Oh, that's why I remember her. She came in last week telling me the same story. What are you supposed to say to that? Yeah, that really sucks. I'm just some underpaid sandwich artist with really bad people skills. Did she really not have anyone else to talk to? That just makes it extra sad. I ended up giving her a free cookie. I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. Luckily, my coworker Corey heard this and he talked to her and he was very nice. Corey's a lot better at being nice to people. One time I was closing the store, I turned off the open sign, and I was opening the front door to bring in the table and chair from outside. But while I was bringing in the table, these 2 old guys got out of their car and asked, are you guys closed? Yep, is what I would have said if I wasn't so nice. Instead I said, fine. Even though it was past 10, I let them order their sandwiches. When they came in, the 16-year-old girl I was working with was not happy. He started apologizing for coming in so late. Oh, I didn't realize places in Arizona close so early. Blah, 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 we're vampires. And I said, it's whatever, just order your sandwiches. And then he said, can I have 3 salads? And I actually laughed. But he didn't laugh. Oh, you're being serious. I let you in past closing and you want 3 salads? Do you know how many dirty dishes that'll make? As I was making this guy's 3 salads, the 16-year-old girl was making the other guy's 2 foot-long sandwiches. A third guy not associated with these 2 came in. Guess he didn't see the open sign not illuminated. I finished helping the 2 old guys and then I started helping the third guy and he asked, what time do you guys close? 15 minutes ago. But after everything was said and done, the 2 old guys tipped us $5 and the third guy tipped us $1. So I mean, between me and the 16-year-old girl, a $3 tip ain't so bad. I actually heard from one of my old coworkers that the husband and wife owners of my old Suabwe watched my 2 other Suabwe videos. So they might be watching this one, and I just wanted to say that by letting those 3 guys in, I showed initiative and was looking out for customer satisfaction. Yeah. One time I brought a laser pointer into work because I knew I'd be bored, and I was. Except the boy I was working with was shining it outside at the cars driving by, and I told him not to do that because it's probably stupid illegal. illegal and really dangerous. Later, I was going to go clean the bathrooms. I saw the laser pointer on the counter and I said, hey dude, while I'm cleaning the bathroom, don't shine the laser pointer at the cars. I told him that. When I was all finished cleaning though, I saw him sitting by the window just shining the laser at the cars. At first I wanted to go up to him and say, dude, stop. But then the other part of me thought, I'm not this kid's dad. I told him to stop twice and he didn't listen. Whatever happens is his problem. He ended up getting fired. Yeah, a lady came in and said, let me talk to your manager. And I said, I can give you her phone number. And boom, he got fired. I know I'm the one who brought in the laser pointer, but I don't really blame myself for him losing his job. That was a stupid thing for you to do, kid. Once again, I was the good employee. I mean, I didn't show that much initiative that time, though. So before I worked at Subway, I like to go to this taco place and get the same thing every time, the carne asada fries. Later, I learned that the carne asada fries are 2,000 calories. That was the only thing I ever got at this taco place. And I used to be super self-conscious, thinking, man, these employees must think I'm so weird coming in getting the same thing over and over. But then when I worked at Subway, I learned, nope, fast food employees don't care about you or your order. Unless you're mean to them or tell them that you're going to your dad's funeral, fast food employees will not remember you. One time someone came in and told me, I'll have the usual. And I said, I've literally never seen you before in my entire life. I didn't really say that. If any of you are working at a really slow Subway, here are some fun games for you to play. Cut up a loaf of bread into small pieces and make a mini sandwich with 1 meat and 3 different vegetables. Give it to your coworker and have them eat it without looking. Then they have to guess what's on the sandwich. And that's it. You can set up a point system like they get 1 point for every ingredient they get right. Also, you can do the same game by mixing up 2 sodas and have them guess. You can walk into the freezer and see how long you can last. My record's an hour. You can bring in some vanilla ice cream and just make all sorts of stuff with that. You can make root beer floats. You can take 2 cookies and put ice cream between them and make a cookie ice cream sandwich. 16-year-old girl made this thing. I think it was called a kazuki. You put cookie dough in a bowl and then you cooked it, but not all the way, and then you put ice cream on top of it and it was super good. You can make nachos and bread bowls, and we wasted a lot of food. I still don't know why that guy didn't give me a turkey Italiano. I mean, at my Subway, we made bread bowls and nachos. Okay, alright, here's my favorite Subway sandwich besides pastrami. The pastrami's good, but it's expensive. So the next best thing, aka what I usually get, is the turkey Italiano on wheat bread and provolone cheese.
Speaking of Subway, the sandwich that I usually get is probably the meatball sub with the melted cheese and jalapenos on the side. That's mainly what I get. Oh yeah, and because like this guy, I never watched him and I actually really like his channel. I'll give him a shout out. His channel is The Odd First Out.
Loser buys lunch.
Okay, Jack. USAA Bank has you covered. Don't sweat it, Sergeant. With no monthly
his channel, make sure you go subscribe to him because he's entertaining. He's entertaining to me, so go subscribe to him right now. Thank you. Hopefully you guys did it for me now.
Okay. It's for you, James.
Hey, James. This is James from the future.
Just wanted to give you a call and let you know that
Puberty can be tough, but you can get through it.
So I just wanted to let you know that everything's going to be okay and
I love you.
Yay.
You got the wrong number. I grew up in a generation where smartphones were a new thing and everyone in my class had one except for me. My parents never got me one because they didn't want me to access the internet on a device that could fit in my pocket because they were super strict and didn't want me looking at internet stuff, which backfired horribly. So they never gave me a smartphone. In fact, I didn't even get my first cell phone until I was 16 years old. Now, as an adult,
I already have my cell phone.
every day,
So I got my first cell phone when I was like 7 or 6.
I think when I was younger, if I was ever in a situation where I needed to call my parents, I would just ask the nearest person if I could borrow their phone. Now, if there's any parents watching this who haven't given their children a cell phone yet, take it from a guy on the internet with no children. You should get them one. It doesn't have to be a smart one. You can just give them your standard drug dealer phone. But you should at least give them a cell phone in case there's an emergency and they need to call you or the police. The only downside I can think of giving your child a phone is they'll end up spending too much time on it. So you should just turn off their service from time to time. I don't know. When I turned 16 and finished up my sophomore year of high school, I got my very first cell phone. And LG Cosmos 2. I didn't grow up in the 90s.
My first iPhone was an LG.
Everyone else had iPhones, but I was the only one
Mine was an LG. My next one was a Samsung.
Where sometimes a random
Now the phone I have is an iPhone XR.
else and then wouldn't admit they're wrong. That's how you segue into the theme of this month's video. This first story happened when I was working at Suwabway. That's right, another Suwabway story. Hashtag Suwabway4. It wasn't good enough to be in the other three. So, it was 5 minutes until closing, and we get a phone call on the Suwabway phone. I pick it up and say, thank you for calling Suwabway. How may I help you? I was supposed to say, this is James. How may I help you? But I wasn't about to tell this random stranger my name. Idiot. Anyway, the other person on the line said, hey, what time do you guys close? In 5 minutes. Is it alright if I show up late? I just need gas. And being the good employee that I was totally willing to make this guy a sandwich over the phone, let him pick it up after we closed, and then I wouldn't ring him up and just pocket the money. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's a crime. Please don't sue me. So I said, yeah, I can do that. What kind of sandwich do you want? And he said, I just need gas. Oh, don't worry, sir. This sandwich will give you plenty of gas. I mean, do you want chips or something? No, he said. I just need gas. I was a little confused. Okay, yes. So you'll get gas, then are you going to stop by and pick up a sandwich? And he said, I don't want a sandwich. And then it hit me. Even though the first thing I ever said to this guy was, thank you for calling Suwabway, I think he thought he was talking to a gas station. So I said, sir, this is a Suwabway? Oh. And I never got the chance to tell him that gas pumps don't close. This next story happened when I was at home and I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. Now, I've had friends tell me that they don't answer the phone to any number they don't recognize, but my anxiety won't let me do that. What if it's your bank calling saying your account got hacked? What if it's your grandma? Because why would you have her saved in your phone? Or what if it's your Nigerian uncle who wants to give you his collection of gold bars and needs your information for a wire transfer? You just never know, so I always pick up the phone. So I answered it, and it was this woman asking for a Lawrence. And I said, oh, I'm not, you have the wrong number. She goes, isn't this 416295? That's obviously not a real number, so don't try calling it. And I said, no, this is 416293, because that's my phone number. Again, that's not actually a valid phone number, so please don't call it. And she goes, 3? I don't think I pressed 3. And I don't know what to say to this woman, because my number is 416293, but she doesn't think she pushed 3, so I don't know how she's talking to me right now. Unless she did. So I said, well, obviously, you did. And then I made a comic about the whole situation because I thought the internet would think it was funny. This next story happened not too long ago. I got a call from a number I didn't recognize at 9:30 in the morning, and I was lying in my bed, asleep. And most people would agree that you're supposed to be awake and productive at 9:30. And I didn't want whoever this stranger was thinking I'm lazy, so I had to answer the phone with my best, I've been awake for several hours voice. Hello?
You're going to have to come quickly! Timmy fell down the well, Vance!
What?
I said you're going to have to come quickly because Timmy fell down the well, Vance!
I could tell it was a woman on the phone, but it was either her accent or the phone being buggy or I just had woken up, but I could not understand anything she was saying. But I could make out one word, which was Vance. So, I did not have a lot to go off of. I said, I think you have the wrong number. Okay, goodbye. Well, I should probably get the day started, I thought as I went back to sleep. But then immediately I got a call from the same number, and I thought, okay, maybe if this person is calling again, even after I explicitly told her she had the wrong number, maybe it's not a wrong number after all. Maybe there's something else going on. Maybe it's an emergency, so maybe... talk to me.
Hold it, Vance!
Okay, I can't understand anything you're saying. So then this woman must have handed the phone to her friend because a different voice started talking, and I could actually understand her, and I'll never forget what she said, which was, Vance, no one thinks that you're funny. And even though I'm not Vance, that kind of hurt. So I stated the obvious, which was, yes, I am. And also I'm not Vance. And she said, no, Lance. So this whole time, these two have been looking for a Lance. So I told this woman, I'm not Lance either. And she said, well, this is the number they gave me. Okay, if she had said it like, oh, I'm sorry, this is the number they gave me. I didn't mean to call you, stranger. Also, I do think you're funny and enjoy your videos. Then that would have been totally fine. She's just shifting the blame to someone else. But instead, she sounded so condescending, like I was wasting her time. Well, this is the number they gave me, and they can't be wrong, so you must be the real Lance. So I said, well, they must have given it to you wrong. Look, I'm too tired to be polite. But then, she hung up on me. Like this woman just basically called a random person, said, you're not funny, and then hung up. So I decided to call her back and said, hey, I just found the real Lance. He's the funniest guy I ever met, and he told me he doesn't give his phone number out to rude pieces of shit. Just kidding on the last part. I thought about doing it, but then I went back to sleep. I didn't do it. And then someone on the internet found my phone number, and I changed it. And whoever has my old number is probably getting a lot of calls from strangers and people I went to high school with. Sorry about that. Hey guys, I'm back. I haven't done an end card in a while, which should probably be my next new catchphrase. If you didn't know, I wrote a book, and you can buy it. Buy my book. So originally I was going to make a video talking about Boy Scouts because I was a Boy Scout, but then as I was writing the script, I thought about all the fun things I did as a Cub Scout. So here we are. Cub Scouts is something you can do before you're old enough to be a Boy Scout. It's not required to do Cub Scouts to be a Boy Scout. It's just if you're up to it or if your parents signed you up, you can do it. Now you're already pretty young when you can start doing Boy Scouts. It's why it's called Boy Scouts, not Man Scouts. You can start doing Cub Scouts when you're 7. At what point does it just become babysitting in uniform? So all you people watching over the age of 7, let me tell you what you missed out on. Unlike Boy Scouts that wear a tan uniform, Cub Scouts wear a dark blue uniform. Now there are 4 ranks to the Cub Scouts. There were some requirements you had to do to go up the ranks, but if you went to the meetings every week, you'd be fine. You didn't have to do anything on your own time. And even if you did all the requirements in the rank, you still had to be in the rank for at least a year. So basically the ranks were based on your age. When you were 7 years old in 1st grade, you were a Tiger Scout. The 2nd graders were the Wolf Scouts, the 3rd graders were the Bear Scouts, and the 4th graders, aka the really cool ones because you're the oldest. Actually, before I tell you, just guess what the mascot for the 4th and final rank of Cub Scouts is. Leave your guesses in the comment box below. Just kidding, don't do that, I don't care. We have a tiger, a wolf, and a bear. That rhymed. What animal is cooler than all 3 of those? I'll tell you. Nothing. And that was the mascot. There was no mascot. Welcome to the real world, 4th graders. There's no such thing as cartoon anthropomorphic animals. So if you did guess anything in the comments, you were wrong. I told you not to guess. The 4th and final rank of Cub Scouts was called Weebelows. Weeb-a-lows. Very fitting name. It goes Tiger, Wolf, Bear, Weebelows?
Aw, I tried to be nice. What a
Apparently
bitch.
it's supposed to stand for We Be Loyal Scouts. Because we talk like pirates. Don't worry, Cub Scouts. I'll make you a mascot for the Weebelows. Here, it's a made-up animal for a made-up word.
Okay, I didn't. Oh my god, my phone. Aww. Well, I guess we're not gonna be listening to that awesomeness anymore. My phone died, which I'm pissed off about. That picture's trash. Maybe this will be something that's gonna be in like the season 10 map. That monster. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got the Victory Boy shit thing. I just wanna watch that. Guys, well, I'm gonna end the video here after this one-shot match because I'm bored. So, after this, don't expect me to see me again today. Haha, I thought I made you guys think I was gonna be gone forever. Haha. I don't know what you guys thought that. I said that with a lot of, actually no, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I was gonna say that, but I just think I should delete YouTube. Right now I'm becoming such a cringy person. Like I'm running out of ideas, so. Oh yeah, guys, when I grow up, I'm gonna probably make a video on Tristan just acting like I was super scared about it. Actually, now I am, because like he actually knows the town I live in, which is super scary. Like because my grandma said don't listen to him. He could be some 60-year-old man and stuff, and I'm pretty scared because this kid could come to my town, find out where I live, the street I live on, anytime he wants. He could kill me, do whatever he wants with me. Actually, no, he won't, because if he tries to kill me, well, I won't kill him. I'll knock him out and let him suffer with the cops. Because if he just dies, it's over. It's fine. Well, it's not fine, but if you get killed, it's over. You don't have to suffer. But I want to make him, well, if he tries to do that, well, he's going to end up, well, I'm just going to boost, well, not going to lie, I'm trying to act so tough. But to him, I have his face reveal, and guys, and I have the best, I'm going to make the best meme of 2019 about this kid. Because I have such a funny meme, guys. Like, it's gonna, with this face reveal, I'm gonna show all my friends from school. And, he's gonna be like, he's gonna go nuts. Because he'll hate me because I'm gonna make a meme about him. Well, he already hates me, but he'll just want another reason to kill me. So, but it'll be entertaining. But guys, like, seriously, like, I'm actually kind of nervous, like, because this kid could be some 50 or 60-year-old man. Because at first, we all know that he was acting like he was a girl. He was already acting like he was a girl, and then I found out he was a boy. So this guy could be some 90, 70-year-old man, guys. Actually, I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna make a whole video on this guy. No jokes, like actual, like seriousness. Okay, guys.